Hanji, so let's start with our class now. So, what do we have to do today? So, as I have already told you that today's class is going to be on games and tournaments. So, this is one very important area. You all know about it, है ना? कि क्या होता है games and tournaments में. So, it's a area of logical reasoning and data interpretation. That's what we are going to discuss in this class as well. Okay. So that's what we are going to do in our class. Hi Shiv Shankar, good evening. So I'm sorry for the delay. कुछ चीजें मेरे को सेटअप करने में टाइम लगता है. It takes some time for me. मैं बूढ़ा आदमी हूँ तो थोड़ा सा आप मेरे ख्याल से इस चीज से कर सकते हो इतना उधर तो ठीक है जी. So let's start. So games and tournaments based questions, we all know they are pretty important for all of us because there have been questions based upon that in the actual exam as well. That's what we are going to discuss today in our class. So weightage in CAT, if I say, it is in the part of LR and DI, games and tournaments is the sub area, and it is one of the important topics. We can expect a set from here. Of course, there can be two sets as well, three as well. There can be zero sets as well. You never know what is going to happen, but CAT has asked questions in past from games and tournaments, and sometimes from the areas which actually are very different. We never thought of asking questions on those. For example, a few years back they asked a question on chess, और उन्होंने बताया कि उसमें एक रानी होती है, वो ऐसे 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 चल सकती है. सो एट विच ऑल पोजीशंस अ पॉन कैन बी देयर सो दैट द क्वीन कैन नॉट किल दैट पॉन, राइट? तो कितनी पोजीशंस पे ऐसे हैं, ये चार पोजीशन पे अगर है तो किल कहां कहां हो सकती है, सो दैट इट कैन किल एग्जैक्टली टू ऑफ देम, समथिंग ऑफ दैट सॉर्ट. सो इसका मतलब बहुत नई नई तरह की चीजें भी आपसे पूछते रहते हैं, एंड दैट्स इन सारी चीजों के लिए यू कांट प्रिपेयर बिफोर हैंड. द ओनली थिंग दैट वी कैन डू इज वी ट्राई टू डू different type of sets based upon these so that we are comfortable with these types, and if any such question appears we can deal with that. Okay. So topics under them, there would be many conventional games and tournaments, unconventional games and tournaments. ये तो दो broad areas हुए, otherwise तो areas बहुत सारे इसके हो सकते हैं. ठीक है. वी हैव राउंड रॉबिन गेम्स टूर्नामेंट बेस्ड एज वेल, वहां पे हमारे पास नॉकआउट टूर्नामेंट वाले भी होते हैं. वी हैव क्रिकेट बेस्ड एज वेल, चेस बेस्ड, फुटबॉल एटसेट्रा, बहुत कुछ है, राइट? सो एज आई सेड, इट्स ऑल अबाउट प्रैक्टिस. मोर वी प्रैक्टिस बेटर वी विल बी एट इट. हमारा काम है इसमें बहुत अच्छी से प्रैक्टिस करने का. प्रैक्टिस करते करते धीरे धीरे हम लोगों को इंप्रूव करना है. दैट्स आवर बेसिक पर्पस इज. ठीक है. दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव टू डू गाइस. सो आई थिंक वी कैन स्टार्ट विद आवर क्लास नाउ. अगर और किसी को मेरे ख्याल से कोई प्रॉब्लम अगर नहीं है तो हम लोग शुरू कर सकते हैं अब अपनी क्लास को. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. कुछ और लोग कुछ कह रहे हैं क्या? सो आज गेम हो जाएगा, हो जाना चाहिए. हाय यशवनी, गुड इवनिंग. बोर्ड गेम्स आर स्टिल इजियर बट आउटडोर वंस आर हार्ड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स. प्रज्ञा, नॉर्मली हो सकता है डिफिकल्ट हो खेलने, बट क्वेश्चंस इतने मुश्किल नहीं होते हैं. आई एम फाइंडिंग गेम्स एंड टूर्नामेंट एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट. व्हाट शुड आई डू? प्रैक्टिस 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 म्यूजिक कोड. जितना ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना ज्यादा बेहतर होते चले जाओगे. सच बार वेन डायग्राम की क्या प्रोबेबिलिटी आने का? गुड प्रोबेबिलिटी सुमंत, बिकॉज फ्रॉम द लास्ट 2-3 years अगर मैं देखूं तो गेम्स एंड टूर्नामेंट्स बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आ रहा है. बाय दैट लॉजिक यू कैन से प्रोबेबली देयर आर गुड चांसेस कि वो आपसे पूछ सकते हैं. ओके. सो गुड इवनिंग श्रीकांत, गुड इवनिंग सरदा, शिवशंकर, निकिता, जसलीन, वेरी गुड इवनिंग. आई थिंक वी कैन स्टार्ट नाउ. हाय आदित्य शर्मा. चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं अपना पहला सेट आज का. Here is the data. First of all, please read it. After that, we will do it together. Okay. So there is some of the information. Please read it, all of you. Carefully read all the information. Okay, Divyashree, I'll take care of that. I'll decrease my size a bit so that you don't have a problem watching it.
Hi,
Jaslin, I think we have had a set on arrangements before as well. Good evening, Kamal. Good evening, Sachin. Good evening, Bhaskar Reddy. Very good evening, guys. I'm sure all of you have read the information till now. Can I move ahead from here? 12 players seated around a circular table on chairs that are numbered from 1 to 12 are playing a game of dice. Possible scores are 1 to 6. In any throw of a die, a score of 1 or 2 is considered low, a score of 3 or 4 is moderate, 5 or 6 is considered to be high. The number of players getting low, moderate, and high scores are 5, 4, and 3 respectively. For future references, please take a screenshot of it because in LRDA that becomes important. Sometimes you need the previous information. It will be difficult for me to go back every time if anyone needs it. So please take a screenshot of all the information. Let's move ahead now. आगे बढ़ते हैं इससे. So the next set of informations is here now. All of you please read the information. Rather, let me further decrease my size a bit so that you can see all the information. Will 1 month crash course be useful for me? How can I say that, Saif Mohammed, that what is useful for you? Because I don't know you, that at what standard you are already. It depends from person to person. Getting closer to cat, I am scared. Bhaskar, I would just say one thing. Everyone is scared. And when everyone is scared, then you would not be called scared. Right? हर कोई डरा हुआ है तो फिर क्या बात है? Because ultimately it's a competitive exam, right? You just have to do better than the others. So currently all of them are at the same position because everyone is scared. So this is the first set of informations, the first four informations that you have here. The chairs are set chronologically. Pragya, even if it is not given, it is basically assumed that yes, if he says that 1 to 12 chairs are written, are arranged circularly, इसका मतलब ये है that they are in a chronological order. Let me know whenever you are done, whenever you have read the informations, please tell me that. We'll move ahead then. And as I said before, please take a screenshot whenever required. So this time should we expect more LR sets than DI like last year? Not only like last year music core, if I talk about last many years, LR has always been on the higher side than DI. I mean, this is the story for last 5, 6 years. So yes, I mean almost with 99.9% surety you can say LR would be more than DI. Are crash courses useful in general? Saif Mohammed, they are useful for the people who are already at a certain stage. So I mean, you can't say in general whether it is true or not. I'm sure all of you have read it. Can we move ahead now? These were the first four informations. We have a few more informations now. And as I said before, please take a screenshot of these figures as well. I won't be able to go back. So Nisha Pandey says yes, done. Aditya Sharma says yes. So let's move on to the next set of informations now. So please take a screenshot. I repeat, I'll move on to the next set of informations here. Okay. So these were the first four. Then we have information number 5, 6, and 5 and 6 only. I'm sorry. Now read them as well. This is the next set of informations. Information number 5 and 6. Aditya Sharma says this is also done. Hi Kirti, good evening. That's a little problem about LRDI sets, that putting all the information on one single page will make the font very small. You won't be able to read it. That's a big problem with it. Okay, that was the last set of informations, I suppose. Let's move on now. So what do we have now? Let's start doing it. Okay, let's have an analysis of the data. That's what we are going to do now. I'm sure all of you have studied it, right? Not a problem, Kirti. Don't be sorry for it. Okay, all of you have studied the data well. So now it is the time to analyze the data. As I've told you before as well, that in these kind of questions, you have a lot of informations. Normally, it's not like that you have to start with statement number one. That, okay, first of all, we'll look at statement number one, whatever we get from that, we'll put it there. Then we start with statement number two, then we start with statement number three, then we start with statement number four. So that way, it is not necessary we have to go like that. Okay, that's not the point. The proper analysis means that you have to take the data in a certain format. As I've told you before, take the data in a format that first of all, you look at only that data which gives you specific information. This guy do this. Okay? This guy is at this position. Okay? This person is sitting between these two people. When we have specific information, start with those. When that specific information is over, after that, start looking at those informations which are related to these, and then we move on to the last set of informations to fill up the gaps. I mean, this is the normal format of solving these questions. So always keep that in mind. This is how you have to do. Okay? तो अभी हम लोग इसको करना शुरू करते हैं. Let's analyze the data once. Now, what is Gaurav says? गौरव सिंह सर, आपका एक गेम्स एंड टूर्नामेंट्स वाला सेट कराया था, वही सेम सेट महाराष्ट्र सीटी में आया था दिस ईयर. दैट्स ग्रेट यार, अगर आया था तो अभी तक हमें भी नहीं पता, आपने बताया है. दैट्स गुड टू नो. Okay, so this is the information that has been given to us. 12 players seated around a circular table on chairs that are numbered from 1 to 12. Possible scores are 1 to 6. He has already told you that 1 and 2 are called low scores, 3 and 4 are moderate, 5 and 6 are called high. Okay? And there are 5 low scores, 4 moderate scores, and 3 high scores. And then there is some set of information. Now, from that set of informations, I'm not going to start with statement number 1 or 2. I'm going to start with statement number 3 and 6, because these are the two informations which are going to be the most useful ones for me. So therefore, I'm going to start with these two informations first. How do we analyze the data? So I am just writing it in a table. Here, if you look at all the informations, actually, they are sitting on a circular table, actually, that is useless. Nowhere the question says this guy is sitting to the right of this person or to the left of this person, or this is 3 places to the right, 3 places to the left, or middle of the two people. That is not mentioned. All the data just talks about one thing. That is that this person is at this seat, right? And that person is having a low score or a moderate score or a high score. And seat numbers are important, whether they are odd, even, perfect square, perfect cube, multiples of 4. Only the data is about that. Now, that was a very important point. I don't know how many of you actually figured that out, that making a circle was not needed in this set. Okay, he said that they are sitting around a circular table, but it was not a question of arrangement, right? Arrangement नहीं कर रहा है लोगों का, वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ उनके scores के बारे में बात कर रहा है. This is what we have to do here as well. Okay, let's start analyzing it. The player who are seated on the chairs that are numbered as multiples of 4 do not get high score. So I have made two tables, two rows. Do not get what and get what. So multiples of 4 do not get high score. इसका मतलब this guy would not get a high score. This guy would not get a high score. This guy would not get a high score. So they will get low or moderate scores. Right? Then statement number 6. The players who are seated on chairs that are numbered as even numbers but not multiples of 4, that means 2, 6, 10, they do not get a moderate score. तो इनके पास moderate score नहीं आएगा. This guy would not get a moderate score. This guy would not get a moderate score. This guy would not get a moderate score. So MH, 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 ये first information है that they are not going to get this. They are not going to get this. This information that we get from statement number 3 and 6, and now these two informations are useless for me. Move away from them and let's move to the next set of informations now. This I have already written on the page, so I have written it on the next page as well. Let's have a look at this. MH, MH, MH. Now I start with statement number 1. Let's have a look at this. The players who are seated on the chairs that are numbers at either perfect squares or perfect cubes. That means 1, 4, 8, 9, right? These are the only numbers which are perfect squares or perfect cubes in the given numbers. They do not get high scores, and only one of these players who is seated on a chair that is numbered between two prime numbers. Out of 1, 4, 8, 9, which one is between two prime numbers? Can I say 4 is between two prime numbers? It is between 3 and 5. So the chair that is numbered between two prime numbers gets a low score. So 4 is getting a low score, that is fixed now. 4 is getting a low score. And 1, 8, and 9, about them he is saying they do not get high scores. So 1 do not get a high score, 8 do not get a high score, that is already written, and 9 do not get a high score. So till now the information is like this. Okay, everyone? He says players who are seated on chairs that are numbered at either perfect squares or cube, वो 1, 4, 8, 9 थे, they do not get high scores, उनमें से कोई भी high नहीं होना चाहिए, and only one of these players who is seated on a chair that is numbered between two prime numbers gets a low score. Now there is another important information here. Only one of these, right? Who? The one who is between two prime numbers gets a low score. So out of 1, 4, 8, 9, only one person gets a low score. इसका मतलब 1, 8, and 9 would not get a low score as well. 1 would not get a low score, 8 would not get a low score, 9 would not get a low score. So what would they get? Can I say he will get a moderate score, he would get a moderate score, he would get a moderate score? Only that is the possibility here. Are you with me on this? एक बार ये वाली चीज जरा मुझे कंफर्म कर दीजिए. Did you all get my point here? 1, 8 और 9 में से किसी को भी हाई स्कोर नहीं मिला, पहले हाई पे क्रॉस लगाया. Then he said only one of them gets a low score, and that guy is already fixed. That is person number 4. So person number 4 gets a low score. So 1, 8, 9 would not be getting a low score as well. So 1, 8, and 9, they all would be getting a moderate score. That is for sure. So till now, the information is like this, that we have got 3 people who got moderate scores. We got 1 person who got low score, and about the other people, we got a little bit more, that who has got a moderate or a high score. Okay. So I think that yes, it is clear. So Aditya, Dipankar, Sachin, Music Core, Shweta, Amrit, Divya, Niharika, Sardha, and Krishna, they all are saying it is clear. I'll move ahead from this to the next page now. Next set of informations. This all I have already written on a page now, as you can see here. So now I'll talk about the other 3 information, statement number 2, 4, and 5. See, this we have already figured out, this we have already figured out, this we have figured out, this we have figured out, and these are not moderate or high, that all we have figured out already. Okay, let's move on from here. Other than one player, all other players who are seated on chairs that are numbered as even numbers do not get a moderate score. So except one person, no one on an even chair would get a moderate score, right? That means one person on an even chair would get a moderate score. No one else would get a moderate score. and that one person who will get a moderate score, it is already there with us, isn't it? Person number 8 is already having a moderate score. So this is the person who is having a moderate score. That means no other person at an even chair would get a moderate score. So 2 will not get a moderate score, that we already know. 4 will not get a moderate score, we already know he's getting a low score. 6 will not get a moderate score, we already know. 8 will not get 8 got a moderate score, we already know. 10 got a moderate, we already know, and 12 will not get a moderate score. So from this statement I can say 12 will get a low score. Right, everyone? By this information I can say person number 12 has got a low score here. So that also we have figured out. Okay, that person number 12 will be low. Next, not moderate. Okay, Suman, moderate we have already got as person number 8. So person number 12 is going to be low score. Then, other than one player, all other players who are seated on chairs that are numbered as prime numbers. Prime numbers वाले कौन कौन से हैं? 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 do not get high score. Only one of them will get a high score. Do we have that person? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. No, we don't have that person. So till now, probably we can't use this statement because out of 2, 3, 5, 7, one person is going to get a high score. Out of 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, one person is going to get a high score. No one else is going to get a high score. So till now, probably I can't use it. अभी तक मैं इसका further use नहीं कर पाऊंगा. So therefore, I will move ahead to the next info. Fifth पे आते हैं. Among the players seated on seat numbers 3 and 7, so 3 and 7 are these two, neither gets a moderate score, so neither he will get a moderate score nor he will get a moderate score, and their scores fall under different categories. So that means one of them would be low, one of them would be high. One of them would be low and one of them is high. This is a very important information for all of us because now statement 4 becomes useful. Other than one player, all people sitting at prime numbers do not get high scores. So that means out of 2, 3, 5, 7 and 11, only one person is going to get a high score. And that person is out of 3 and 7. देखिए पहले ही बता दिया उसने. Out of 3 and 7, one is definitely going to get a high score. So I can surely say 2, 5, 11, तीनों में से किसी का high score नहीं आएगा. 2 will not get a high score, 5 will not get a high score, and 11 will not get a high score. 2, 5 and 11 are not going to get a high score for sure. ये हमें पक्का पता लग गया because high score जिस एक आदमी का आना है that is either 3 or 7. उन्हीं में से कोई एक आने वाला है. So now about 2, I can surely say that he has got a low score again. About 2, we can surely say he has got a low score. Is there anyone else about whom we can say something? Till now, nothing else we can say. Okay? What next? What else we can use over here? अब कोई कुछ कह रहे हैं, मैंने देखा है. जयदेव क्या कह रहे हैं? 5 can't use, I think. जयदेव, I did get your point. 5 can't use high. I mean, ये मैं समझ गया हूं. Do not get a high score. आयुषी कह रही है 2 का लो आ गया. बिल्कुल सही आयुषी. We have already written that. I'm sure you got my point. Okay? No. Ayushi says no. Krishna also says no. About something you are saying no. What is that? Other than one player, all the players who are seated on chairs that are numbered as prime numbers do not get high scores. So 3 और 7 में से किसी एक का हाई आ जाएगा. So out of 2, 5, 11, कोई भी हाई नहीं आएगा. Am I doing something wrong here? Ayushi and Krishna, you both are saying no. I mean, is this okay? Jaydev is saying fifth point. Among the players seated on seats number 3 and 7, neither gets a moderate score and their scores fall under different categories. किसी का भी moderate score नहीं है. इसका मतलब one of them is low and one of them is high. And he say also saying कि वो different categories में है. तो एक low होने वाला है, एक high होने वाला है. That way I am using it, Aditya. I hope you got my point. Okay? ठीक है जी. I am sure this is clear to everyone now. Krishna is still saying no, sir. I don't get Krishna. किसके बारे में नो आप कह रहे हैं? एक बार बताइए मुझे एक बार खुल के. Next, what else is there? एक और चीज आपको याद होगा जो उसने हमें बताई थी. That was this statement. In throw, he says that low would be coming 5 times, moderate would be coming 4 times, and high would be coming 3 times. Okay? So 5 times there would be low. We have 1 low, we have 2 low, we have 3 lows, और एक इनमें से कोई एक होगा तो अभी तक कुछ नहीं कह सकता. How many moderates do we have? We have one moderate as this guy. We have one moderate as this guy. We have one moderate as this guy, right? So इसका मतलब अब मुझे एक और moderate चाहिए. Who can be that moderate person? Can I say that person can be either 5 or 11, right everyone? Either 5 or 11 can be that moderate person. And how many highs are there? कितने highs है मेरे पास? I have 3 highs. तो एक अभी तक हाई कितने आए? एक इनमें से कोई होगा इन दोनों में से, और कोई अभी तक हाई नहीं है मेरे पास. I have no other high scores still now with me. Is there any other question? कृष्णा कुछ और कह रहे हैं मेरे ख्याल से. Yours is correct only sir. अच्छा यही कह रहे हैं. ठीक है. कृष्णा कह रहे हैं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Got my point. सर 2 का लो नहीं समझ में आया, सुमंत कह रहे हैं. सुमंत बेसिकली about 2 we already knew कि he is not moderate, and now from statement number 4 we can say he is not high as well. If he is not moderate, he is not high, of course he has to be low. So by that logic we are saying this. Okay, उसी लॉजिक से बेसिकली मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूं कि वो नहीं हो सकता. आई होप यू गॉट माई पॉइंट. ओके, ठीक है जी. व्हाट एल्स नाउ? सो वी हैव गॉट 3 हाइज. एक हाई इन दोनों में से है. 2 मोर हाइज आर देयर. हु कैन बी दोस 2 हाइज? ओके, देयर इज एन इंपॉर्टेंट इंफॉर्मेशन हियर गाइस. ठीक है. One high would be either 3 or 7. There are 2 more highs. Can I say they can only be person number 6 and 10? Because 5 cannot be a high, 11 cannot be a high. They are already fixed that they cannot be a high. So 6 has to be high and 10 has to be high. 6 has to be high and 10 has to be high. Are you with me on this? ये पक्की बात है ना मेरी कि इन्हीं दोनों में से दोनों हाई बनने हैं. बिकॉज 5 और 11 तो हाई बनना ही नहीं है ना, तो 6 और 10 का हाई बनना जरूरी हो गया. वी नीडेड 3 हाइज. नाउ देयर इज ओनली वन लो लेफ्ट. देयर इज वन मॉडरेट लेफ्ट. This guy can be a low or a moderate. This guy can be moderate or a low. And that makes the complete combination till now. अभी तक का हमें सब कुछ आइडिया मिल गया है that who can be what. But about 3, about 5, about 7 and about 11, इनके बारे में बस हम लोग अभी नहीं कह पा रहे हैं. So there would be a total of 2 into 2, 4 cases which are possible. Accordingly, we have to answer the questions. Let's have a look at the questions one by one. ध्यान से देखते हैं. I think we can answer the questions very fast now. As you can see, ये 4 cases मेरे सामने आ रहे हैं. Let's have a look at the questions. First question now. What is the question? Find the sum of the seat numbers which are even and have players who definitely have high scores. Definitely high है ये. Definitely high है ये. So their seat numbers add up to 6 plus 10, which is equal to 16. So my answer is 16 here for question number 1. Question number 2. For how many players who are seated on seats that are numbered as odd numbers can the score category in which they fall be uniquely determined? Odd वालों में unique किसका पता लग रहा है? This is unique. This is not unique. Not unique. Not unique. This is unique. Not unique. Only 2 people are there for which it is uniquely determined. So my answer is 2. I'm sure you can answer the other questions. Let's not waste time on that. अब तो आपको देख के आंसर करने हैं. Which of these statements is definitely true? आप देख के आंसर कर देंगे when you have this data with you. And which of these statements, I mean, for how many players who are seated on chairs that number can scores be definitely categorized as low? ये आपको पक्का पता लग गया है. अब आप क्वेश्चंस को देख के कर लीजिएगा. We will move on to the second set now. Here is the data for second set. Read it. After that, we will move ahead. I'm sure, I mean, after that you can do the questions. We can leave the set there ना. उसके बाद तो बस देखने और आंसर करने, क्यों टाइम खराब करना उस पे. सेट नंबर 2 पढ़िए जरा एक बार, ट्राई कीजिए, उसके बाद आगे बढ़ेंगे. Amia is saying, sir, don't you think that is more of an arrangement question rather than games and tournaments? I agree, Amia. Rather, actually, arrangement भी नहीं था, right? थोड़ा different type की चीज थी. But games and tournaments based शायद नहीं था. आप सही कह रहे हैं. ठीक है. I'm sure all of you have read it. 6 players, Sachin, Brian, Ricky, Rahul, Jax and Sangha are playing a game of chit cricket. In this game, every player will be asked to select a chit randomly from a box containing 6 chits. Based on the information in the chit selected by the players, the game will proceed. Players will be ranked and the winner will be decided. Take a screenshot of this. I'll move ahead to the next set of information. The rules of game are mentioned here. Please read it also. These are the rules of the game. Jaydev says done. Great. Amrit says done. सुमंत कह रहे हैं एग्जाम में स्किप करने वाला लग रहा है. इतनी जल्दी नहीं सुमंत, पढ़ते हैं अभी और. Okay, I'm moving forward now. Please take a screenshot of this. I'm moving on to the next slide now. That is slide number 3 for this. This is the last set of informations. Giving you some time to do it. Okay, done. Great. I think we can move on to do the set now. Okay, आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. Take a screenshot of this as well. Let's start doing it. Okay. Okay, there is some additional information. Oh, okay. These were the rules, I suppose. अभी तक तो rules ही बता रहे थे. So this is the additional information. अब तो actual set आया actually. Information तो अभी आई है. So please do it, guys. Sir, is there any possibility that sets we are taught from BYJU'S are asked in the actual CAT? Chances are extremely less. It's not only about BYJU'S. Wherever you study Divyashri, you write any of the mocks, the chances are very, very low that you will get exactly the same set in the actual exam. And it will be equal probability for all the exams. हाय अल्ताफुर, अब तो सर पक्का स्किप करता. कर दो. स्किप करना है तो सेट कौन सा तुमसे लड़ाई कर रहा है? छोड़ के चले जाओ. गर्लफ्रेंड थोड़ी है, नाराज हो जाएगी. Rather, there are sets which are to be left. यार, actually, I mean, LRDI में तो it is extremely important to know which sets are not to be done, but do not decide it by the length of the set. ये कभी मत कीजिएगा, ध्यान रखिएगा. No, Ayushi, it's not a previous year set, it's a new set. Can we skip the set according to length? Jaydev, as I said, it should not be done. But yes, you can always keep it for the second stage. I mean, do not skip a set. If it is lengthy, it might be easy. I mean, length does not mean it is difficult. Sometimes very small sets can be very difficult. A very long set can be very easy. Both possibilities are there. Rather, I would say if the information is too much, that means there is a possibility that we have an easy set. That's very good, Srikant. That's absolutely correct. Srikant is saying how to decide which set to solve. It comes with experience. That is absolutely correct. You can never say that which set is to be done, not to be done in a general way. Okay, I think, yes, there is one more information. Ricky is not assigned to the minimum number of trials. Amrit was asking this only. Is there more information? Yes. Ricky is not assigned the minimum number of trials. Although it's a LRDI set, actually you joined a bit late, so we had 3-4 slides before this as well. Probably you would have missed those. Okay, everyone, I think we should start doing it now. Let's analyze the data well. He says Brian, Sachin, and Ricky were assigned odd number of trials, whereas other three were assigned number of trials, which was double of the number of trials of these three players, not necessarily in particular order. Okay. Jacques was assigned the maximum number of trials, the number of trials assigned to three players, so on and so forth. There is a lot of information about this. So what I am going to do here, first of all, that Brian, Sachin, and Ricky, these are assigned an odd number of trials, whereas the other three are, I think, Jacques, Sangha, so Sangha के लिए पूरा नाम लिख देता हूँ, and Rahul, right? This person was Ricky. So they are assigned double of it, okay? So double of these odd numbers, not necessarily in any particular order. Jacques was assigned the maximum number of trials. So he was assigned the maximum number of trials. This is what the question says. The number of trials assigned to three players were three consecutive odd numbers, which were prime numbers as well. Three consecutive odd numbers, and all three are prime. This is possible only in one case, that is 357. So the trials of these three people are 357, and Jacques has double of some one of these numbers and it is maximum. Of course, it has to be 14. So Jacques का तो पता लग गया कि ये अगर डबल है किसी का तो वो पक्का 7 का ही होगा, that is equal to 14. So by that logic, we got to know about this. According to third point, the numbers were 357. That is absolutely correct, right? Akhil has also done it. Should I want to wait or skip the class? नहीं नहीं, wait करो, देखते रहो, कुछ समझ आएगा मेरे ख्याल से, पक्का ही समझ में आएगा. आगे बढ़ते हैं. The number of trials assigned to 3 BM ने कर लिया. The number of trials assigned to Sangha, that is this person, equals the sum of the number of trials to Sachin and Ricky, that means these two people. So basically, two of these numbers add up to the number of trials of Sangha, and that is double of one of these numbers. Of course, that's only possible with 3 plus 7 is equal to 10, right? तो संगा के पास पक्का ही 10 number of trials रहे होंगे. That means Sachin and Ricky, they have trials of 3 and 7. I'm sorry, 3 and 7, such that वो उसके बराबर आ जाए, and therefore Brian must be having a total of 5 trials. Brian must be having a total of 5 trials. अब 14 यहां पर आ गया, that is double of 7. 10 यहां पर आ गया, double of 5. So that means Rahul must be having double of 3, which is equal to 6. And finally he says Ricky is not assigned the minimum number of trials. तो Ricky के पास minimum नहीं है, तो Ricky के पास 7 आ जाएगा, Sachin के पास 3 आ जाएगा. So we exactly know the number of trials of Brian, Sachin and Ricky as 537, and Jacques, Sangha and Rahul as 14, 10 and 6. So by these informations, we got to know the number of trials of each person. Okay. So I see already this answer has been given by some of the people. Jaydev keh rahe 110, 19, 3 plus 7, that's correct. Sangha is 10, Ricky is 7. And Parichit has given the proper parichay of it. 10, 3, 7, 6, 10, 4. शायद 10 गलत लिख दिया परिचित आपने मेरे ख्याल से. That was 5. All others are absolutely correct. I'm sure all of you would have got it now, है ना. यहां तक तो पक्का ही समझ आ गया. And now probably we are feeling it was easy, इतना difficult भी नहीं था. Apart from that, उसने कुछ और भी हम लोगों को बताया था, if you remember that. So once we got to know that the number of trials are 3, 7, 5, 6, 10 and 14. उसके अलावा और क्या information है? Total number of innings that a person plays is equal to the total number of trials. Next, initial score assigned to a person will be considered to be score in first innings. Next, score of any player in subsequent innings will be increasing order as consecutive numbers, exactly one more than previous. And the total score of each person is sum total of his scores, and that is always 105. ठीक है. वो कह रहा है हर आदमी का फाइनली जो स्कोर बना है वो 105 ही बना है. इट इज रिटन ओवर हियर, ईच प्लेयर स्कोर्स अ टोटल ऑफ 105 in all the innings put together. How is that going to be important for us? The simple point is, a person has played 3 innings. Who is that person? Sachin. 3 innings उसने खेली हैं और उसके तीन ही ट्रायल्स होंगे. इसका मतलब ये है, और तीनों का टोटल है 105, and these are consecutive numbers increased by 1. 3 consecutive numbers adding up to 105. तो क्या हो सकते हैं? Of course, if 3 numbers add up to 105 और consecutive है तो उनका average आएगा 105 by 3, that is 35. So the numbers are 34, 35, 36. The first number will be 34, the second number will be 35, and the third number is going to be 36. Similarly, Brian has got 5 innings. अगर 5 innings किसी की है और टोटल उसका भी 105 है, so his average is 105 by 5, 21. 21 का मतलब ये, अगर average 21 है तो there are 2 scores before that and there are 2 scores after that. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 are the scores of Brian. Next, someone has scored 7 as well. 7 से 105 को डिवाइड करो, 15 आता है. So average is 15. अगर average 15 है, इसका मतलब there are 3 scores before that, 13, 14 and 12, and 3 scores after that. They all add. Basically I'm looking at some consecutive numbers adding up to 105. अगर 3 consecutive numbers का sum 105 है, their average is 105 by 3. 5 का sum 105 है, their average is 105 by 5. 7 का है तो 105 by 7. What about even? If there are 6 numbers adding up to 105, their average is 105 by 6. 105 by 6 is what? अगर आप इसको डिवाइड करोगे, what do you get from here? So okay, इसको डिवाइड करने की कोशिश करते हैं. 6 1s are 6, 6 7s are 14. We get 17.5. What does that mean? 17.5 average means there are 6 numbers and the middle of the numbers is 17.5. So the numbers are 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. These are the 6 numbers that will add up to 105. Even numbers जब होंगे consecutive, उनका average हमेशा something 0.5 आएगा. Similarly, number of innings अगर 10 है तो average आता है 10.5. Average 10.5 means 5 numbers below 10.5, 5 numbers above 10.5. So the numbers are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And when there are 14 numbers, the average is 105 divided by 14, which is 7.5. That means 7 numbers below it and 7 numbers above it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are the numbers whose sum will be equal to 105. So I see many people have already answered. Nihar has already answered, and there Akhil has answered, Amrit has answered, Jaydev has answered, Dipankar has answered. I'm sure all of you got my point. Once we got to know the number of innings, उसके बाद काम आसान हो जाएगा. Yes, Amrit, I'm sorry. Sorry, Akhil. It is actually 1 to 14, not 15. मुझे भी लग रहा था टेबल 14 तक की है, तो बाहर कैसे जा रहा है नंबर. सोच समझ के टेबल बनाई होगी ना 14 तक की. Should not go out. ओके, नो निहार 33 से 38 में तो देयर वुड बी अ टोटल ऑफ 6 नंबर्स देयर, है ना. तो वहां 6 नंबर्स नहीं हम लोगों को चाहिए थे. दैट वाज द पॉइंट. Okay, let's move ahead. Once this thing is done, we just have to answer the questions now. Let's have a look at all the questions. ये फाइनल लॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर जो मैं पहले ही बना चुका हूं. रैंक आपको यहां से पता लग जाएंगे अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर फर्स्ट इनिंग स्कोर. फर्स्ट इनिंग स्कोर 34 है तो उसकी रैंक 1 है. देन 19 वाले की रैंक 2 होगी, 15 वाले की रैंक 3 होगी, 12, 6, 1. दैट मींस वी गॉट टू नो अबाउट इट. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द क्वेश्चंस नाउ. हाउ मेनी प्लेयर्स स्कोर 12 इन एनी ऑफ द इनिंग्स. कितने लोगों ने 12 स्कोर किया है, जरा देखिए. यहां 12 आ रहा है, यहां 12 आ रहा है, यहां 12 आ रहा है. 3 people have scored 12, so my answer is option 3. I'm sure you can answer the questions now easily. Which of these scores was scored by 3 players? कौन कौन से स्कोर 3 प्लेयर्स ने स्कोर किए हैं. और उसके बाद व्हाट विल बी द रैंक ऑफ ब्रायन एट द एंड ऑफ द गेम एज कैलकुलेटेड फ्रॉम चिट्स. तो रैंक हम लोगों ने देख ही लिया ब्रायन की, इट इज रैंक 2. एंड फाइनली what is the score of Sangha in the first innings, that we have already calculated. Sangha का स्कोर कितना है, that is equal to 6. ठीक है. So in the remaining time we'll start set number 3. ठीक है. क्वेश्चंस आप लोग कर लीजिएगा, उसमें कुछ सिखाने का नहीं है, तो इसलिए मैं छोड़ देता हूं, so that we have time to do 3 sets rather than doing only 2 sets. Here is set number 3. All of you please read it. After that we will start doing it together. Please read it, all of you. So now Ayushi is saying it is an easy set, so I am sure who was saying that it was a set worth leaving. शायद सुमंत. अब लग रहा होगा सुमंत आसान है, इसीलिए कह रहा था. लेंदी है ये सोच के मत छोड़ना, कई बार लेंदी भी आसान होते हैं. I'm sure all of you have seen this, so take a screenshot. I'll move on to the next slide now. That is slide number 2. Here is more information about this. And here is that structure as well. एल्जेब्रा पे सेशन रखी है, उसमें दिक्कत आ रही है. आई थिंक देयर वाज अ सेशन ऑन एल्जेब्रा फ्यू डेज बैक. गौरव चेक कीजिएगा एक बार, आपको चैनल पे ही मिल जाएगा. इन दिस लास्ट लैब सीरीज ओनली वी टुक द सेशन. This set is similar to the CAT previous year set. That's absolutely correct, Ayushi. There is a such set that appeared in CAT before. So let's try to replicate that set. The information in the grid is part of the question. Yes, it is a part of the question. I think we should start doing it now. Okay. So, as many of you probably would have seen such a set before as well, it's an exact replica of a CAT set where this all, was there, exactly the kind of thing. So ranking of the card is given as follows. So he says the card with number 2 is ranked 13, that is the minimum value. And then as and when we go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, J, Q, K. So ace is highest ranked, followed by a king, then queen, then jack, 10, 9, 8, 7. So this is the ranking according to which we have to move here. Okay. The ranking is independent of suits, which means two cards of the same type that belong to different suits will be considered to have equal rank. At the end, when everyone has picked up a card, as shown in the table above, for each individual, it is checked how many other individuals he or she has beaten according to the rules. So, whom a person beats, वो आपको already बता रखा था. So, let's have an analysis of this data. He says X can beat Y if they are in the same row or column. X picks a higher ranked card as compared to Y. And if there is any individual between X and Y in the same row or column, such that individual must have picked a card having the same or lower rank as compared to X. The ranking आपको यहां पर दे ही रखी है, उसके हिसाब से we have to figure out कि कौन किसको कितने से beat कर रहा है. That we have to figure out here to answer the question. For example, when I talk about this guy, person number row 1, column 1, that is 8. Does this person beat this person? Yes. Does this person beat this person? Yes. Does this person beat this person? Yes. इसको beat करता है? Yes. इसको beat करता है? Yes. Because they all are lower ranked from 8. So 8 can beat 2, 8 can beat 3, 5, 4 and 7. Does this person beat this person? No, because he is higher ranked than 8. And once a person is higher ranked than that person, he cannot beat any other person in that column or in that row. अब वो किसी को भी beat नहीं कर पाएगा, right? Because if there is any individual between X and Y, such individuals must have picked a card having the same or lower rank as compared to X. या तो same होना चाहिए या उससे low होना चाहिए. ज्यादा अगर होगा तो that person would not be able to beat that person. So X and Y should be in the same row or column. X should pick a higher ranked card as compared to Y, and the person who are there in that particular row or column, वो कहता है उन सब के लिए it has to be equal or lower, only then it can beat. So 8 can beat 5 of them. 8 can beat 5 of them. Similarly, how many people J can beat? Can J beat 7? Yes. Can J beat 5? Yes. Can J beat 4? Yes. Can J beat 10? Yes. J can't beat Q because Q is higher ranked. Can J beat 10? Yes. Can J beat 2? Yes. Can J beat K? No. This is higher rank. और फिर 6 को भी नहीं कर पाएगा, बीच में कोई हायर वाला आ गया तो. So J can beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. These are the 6. Sorry, J can beat 8 as well. So J can beat a total of 7 people here. So 8 can beat 5 people, J can beat 7 people. Similarly, we have to figure out कि 10 किस किस को beat कर पाएगा, 2 किस किस को beat कर पाएगा, K किस किस को beat कर पाएगा. And that ways we have to make a table to answer this question, that which person can beat which person. Through that we will be able to find out कि क्या आंसर आएगा इसका. आई होप यू गॉट माई पॉइंट. ये सबको समझ आ गया ना, कोई किसी को कैसे बीट कर पा रहा है. लेट मी टेक वन अनदर एग्जांपल. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट दिस गाय 7. Who all he can beat? Can he beat 5? Yes, lower ranked है. Can he beat 3? Yes, lower ranked है. Can he beat 4? Yes. Can he beat 6? Yes. Can he beat 5? Yes. 5 लोग तो ये हो गए. Can he beat 9? No. Because he can't beat 9, he can't beat anyone else in that particular row. Can he beat J? No. अगर इसको नहीं कर पा रहा तो आगे भी नहीं कर पाएगा. So 7 would be able to beat only 5 people, all those 5 people who are in the column along with 7. सिर्फ उन्हीं को बीट कर पाएगा और किसी को नहीं. एक्चुअल सेट भी जो कैट में आया था तकरीबन ऐसा ही था और उसी के बेसिस पे यू हैड टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस. सो देयर इज सम इनिशियल हार्ड वर्क रिक्वायर्ड इन दिस सेट जिसमें वी हैव टू फिगर आउट हु कैन बीट हुम, राइट, कितने लोगों को बीट कर पा रहा है. दैट इज टू बी डन. सो दैट आई हैव रिटन ओवर हियर, यू कैन सी इट हियर. आई होप यू विल गेट एन आइडिया फ्रॉम दैट कि कौन किसको कैसे बीट कर पा रहा है. सो वी जस्ट डिड इट. 8 कैन बीट ऑल ऑफ दीज 5. 8 कांट बीट एनीवन एल्स. 2 cannot beat anyone. Of course 2 is the lowest rank. उसके आसपास जो भी होगा उससे higher rank ही होगा. He won't be able to beat anyone. 3 can beat only 2. Apart from that बाकी सब उससे बड़ी रैंक वाले हैं. 5 can beat 3, 5 can beat 2, 5 can beat 4, 5 can beat 4, 5 cannot beat anyone else. So इसीलिए 4 लोगों को बीट कर पा रहा है. So the numbers in the bracket are those numbers whom that guy can beat. So A will have 10 because A तो सबको ही बीट करेगा, highest ranked है. K will beat all of them अगर उसके रो कॉलम में A नहीं आ रहा तो, because A is higher rank than K. Otherwise K भी सबको बीट कर पाएगा. So wherever A is there, A is going to beat 10 of them. If K is there and A is not there in row and column, he would also be beating all 10 of them. जैसे यहाँ पे देखिए K सिर्फ 6 को बीट कर पा रहा है because जैसे ही A आ गया he won't be able to beat him, him और him और him. ये 4 लोग निकल गए, बाकी तो सबको बीट कर पाएगा. 3 यहाँ पे, 2 यहाँ पे और 1 यहाँ पे. So he can beat 6 people. That ways we get an idea that which person can beat which person. Yes Dipanga, that's correct. Similar to that platform वाला कि ऊंचा प्लेटफॉर्म है, छोटा प्लेटफॉर्म है, तो कौन किसको बीट कर पा रहा है. That ways, right? And after doing a proper analysis of this, we can also say कि कितने लोगों को 0 को बीट कर पा रहे हैं, कितने लोग 1 को बीट कर पा रहे हैं, कितने लोग 2 को बीट कर पा रहे हैं, 3 को, 4 को, because questions are based upon that. So we just have taken that from this previous table, right? So this person cannot beat anyone, 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 this person cannot beat anyone. ये भी नहीं कर पा रहा, ये भी नहीं कर पा रहा, ये भी नहीं कर पा रहा, ये भी नहीं. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 और ये, these are the 10 people who cannot beat anyone. So that's what I have written on the next page as well कि ये वो 10 लोग हैं जो किसी को बीट नहीं कर पा रहे. Similarly वहां पे 1 आया 4 केसेस में, 2 आया 3 केसेस में, 3 आया 3 केसेस में. And that ways we have this structure. After that we just have to answer the questions. Let's have a look at the first question. How many individuals in this game have not been able to beat any other individual? The answer is 10. So 10 is the correct answer. How many individuals in this game have been beaten? At least 2 individuals. Who have beaten? At least 2 individuals. At least 2 को बीट करने वाले इससे ऊपर के सब लोग हैं. These all. So total आपके पास 36 थे, इसमें से ये 14 हटा दो. So 22 people are there who can beat at least 2 individuals. Next. How many of the following statements are true for any individual who has beaten all the individuals in his or her respective row and column? All को बीट करने वाले कौन कौन थे अगर आपने ध्यान से देखा हो तो? एक तो ये था 10, एक ये था 10. This person can also beat all of them. यहां पे भी देखोगे अगर आप, और कहीं 10 दिख रहा है मेरे को? नहीं दिख रहा है. So what is true? One such individual is present in 4th row, 4th column. 4th row, 4th column. Yes, this is the guy. So this statement is correct. There is one such individual. I'm sorry. ये आगे चला गया अपने आप ही. There is one such individual other than the ones who picked a king, an ace or a queen. Yes, ये देखिए एक जैक भी है, तो ये भी बात भी ठीक है आपकी. This is also correct. There are more than 3 such individuals in all the game. No, ये तो गलत है. Only 3 हैं. There is one such individual who is present in the 5th row, first column, and there are more than 2 such individuals in the game. In the 5th row, first column, 5th row, first column ये रहा, and there are more than 2, ये भी correct है. So there are 3 statements which are correct. So my answer for this question is 3. 3 लोग ऐसे मिल गए हम लोगों को. And the last question, we cannot find an individual who has beaten 3 other individuals in. तो 3 और को किस किसने बीट किया, जरा एक बार चेक करें कौन कौन है वो. एक ये रहा 3 को बीट किया है. सो और किसने 3 को बीट किया है, ये रहा 3 को बीट करने वाला. सो वी हैव ओनली 3 पीपल हु हैव बीटन 3 ऑफ देम. सो सेकंड रो सेकंड कॉलम, यस वी हैव 1. 5th रो सेकंड कॉलम, यस वी हैव 1. 3rd रो 4th कॉलम, नो वी डोंट हैव देयर. सो दिस इज वेयर वी डोंट हैव दैट पर्सन. 5th रो 3rd कॉलम में भी है, C option is the right answer for this. बट इतना पक्का है, अगर किसी ने कैट का वो पुराना सेट किया हुआ है तो उन लोगों को बहुत आसान लगा हुआ है सेट करने में, दैट यस वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन इट, सो वी कैन डू इट वेरी फास्ट. ओके, so that was the last question, guys. That's all for today, and we are having upcoming sessions now on this last lab to CAT series, October 26, 27, 28, 31, and 1. And these are the sessions: Geometry Essentials taken by Gaurav sir, Venn diagrams taken by Gaurav sir, Parajumbles, Savitri ma'am, how to get all number system questions correct by me, and then Nikita ma'am would be talking about eliminating options in RC. Be there with us on all of these days at 7 p.m. And do not forget to join us or CAT 2022 detailed analysis. We are going to have it exactly on the exam day. We all are appearing for the exam only for this purpose. We will also be discussing a lot of questions as we have been doing in the previous years as well. Okay. So yes, we are having this All India Open Mock 28th October to 6th of November. I would request all of you to write this exam. I've told you the benefits of this before as well, because it's free, would be written by many people. You get a realistic picture. You must write these free sessions. And if anyone preparing for CAT 2023, yes, we are preparing for that too. We have already started, I think, second or third batch recently. All this is written on this page is available in that particular batch. And you can find us on all these media handles also, guys. That's all from my side. Thank you very much. I am sure you liked this session. If you did, please do press the like button as well. We'll meet again with the next topic. Till then, bye bye and take care, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good night, rather. Okay. फिर से मिलते हैं जल्दी. Till then, bye bye and take care.